Hi, my name is Ian Lepkowski, and I'm here to recap Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 5, Eastwatch, in 5 minutes or less. The episode begins with Bronn pulling Jaime out of the water. They survive! Tyrion walks the battlefield and seems devastated by the destruction he's helped bring to his family army. With dragons and Dothraki fighting against them, the Lannisters never stood a chance. Daenerys speaks to the survivors and drops her favorite catchphrase, bend the knee, this time with the added threat of, or die. Drogon's screeching helps to drive home the or die part. So does the shameless incineration of Dickon and Randall Tarley. Tyrion's not happy, but he has no right to complain. His plan didn't work, and with Daenerys following Olenna's be a dragon advice, she now has what's left of her former enemies bending the knee to her will. Jaime confronts Cersei and confesses that the Lannisters cannot win a war against Dothraki and dragons. Undaunted, Cersei doesn't care about winning if her remaining options are truly fight and die or submit and die. Cersei does not submit. Drogon comes face to face with Jon Snow and even lets Jon pet his scaly dragon snout. Ding ding ding! Do we need any further proof that Jon is a Targaryen? Daenerys finally confronts Jon about Davos mentioning him taking a knife in the heart for his people. Luckily for Jon, the conversation is interrupted by the return of the cured Jorah Mormont. At Winterfell, Bran is warging into ravens to scout the wall. As he investigates the status of the impending White Walker invasion, we find out that, surprise, they're almost here. Yet with one look, the Night King dispels the ravens and sends Bran's consciousness back into his body. In response, Bran sends a few ravens, to warn the people of Westeros. They reach the Maesters, who are foolishly disbelieving of the notions of White Walkers and warging psychic cripples. Sam begs the old Maesters to believe Bran's words, as he himself has seen evidence of them. But he is dismissed, and there's nothing he can do about it. Tyrion drinks himself silly as a means to placate his feelings of regret and cognitive dissonance. Varys understands Tyrion's conflicted feelings and stresses that it is important to work with Daenerys to ensure that with proper guidance, she does not become her father. Why not bring a White Walker to King's Landing? Tyrion suggests capturing a White Walker. Jorah agrees to go north for the capture mission, and Jon Snow decides he'll need to go as well. Plus, in a moment of pride, Jon Snow stands up to Daenerys as the rightful king of the North. He will not bend the knee. Instead, Daenerys bends her will as she agrees to cooperate with Jon for the time being. At Winterfell, there is discord among the northern families. While they insult Jon, Sansa quietly abides their criticism. This infuriates Arya. Arya dominates Sansa with the confidence that her suspicions of Sansa hoping that Jon never comes back so she can rule Winterfell are true. In one of his typically clever moves, Tyrion uses Bronn to arrange a meeting between himself and Jaime. Despite what Jaime has said about murdering his younger brother, it appears he still has a soft spot for the dwarf. He agrees to hear out Tyrion's plan of facilitating a meeting with Daenerys and Jon to discuss the White Walkers. While Tyrion is hashing it out with Jaime, Gendry makes a return. Davos finds him and is eager to enlist his aid, but nowhere near as eager as Gendry is to finally enter the Game of Thrones fray. A little convenient. When Tyrion almost causes trouble with the Gold Cloaks, Gendry proves his worth as a warrior by smashing them to death with his hammer. Jaime poses the idea of meeting with Daenerys to Cersei, and she genuinely considers it. However, she does this with the intention of accommodating herself with Daenerys to learn her weaknesses. She feels the solution is to fight in the clever and underhanded way their father would be fighting if he were still alive. Oh, and by the way, she's pregnant. Davos advises Gendry to remain undercover, but he reveals his identity to Jon Snow instantly. He reminds Jon that their fathers had a relationship of companionship and victory, and sees no reason why they shouldn't be able to as well. While Sam chats with Gilly, she casually mentions a crucial detail to the true parentage and royal birthright of Jon Snow. Prince Rhaegar had an annulment from Elia Martell and was remarried to another woman, probably Lyanna Stark, in a secret ceremony in Dorne. Instead, disgusted with the frailty and fear of old men, Sam abandons his post as Maester in training. He has finished reading about the achievements of better men. Arya thinks she is spying on Baelish, but in reality, he is entirely aware of her shadowed gaze. In truth, he is intentionally leading her to find an old Raven scroll that he wants her to read. It's a note that Cersei had coerced Sansa into writing Robb Stark in the first season. It may make it appear to Arya that Sansa was willing to betray their family since she does not know Cersei forced her to write it. Baelish instigates this because he knows Sansa will be easier to control without her sister's influence. Tormund, the Hound, Beric, and Thoros make an appearance and decide to join Jon in his mission to capture a White Walker. A little convenient, no? As the episode ends, the White Walker capture party sets out to accomplish their difficult task. Good luck! If you enjoyed this Game of Thrones recap video, then please subscribe to this channel and be sure to check out our other Game of Thrones videos.